Morning everyone, welcome to Ainsley News. It's Thursday, 17th of February. Canadian confiscation and protecting your wealth. Big news coming out of Canada. In the midst of continuing and peaceful Freedom Convoy protests in Canada, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has declared martial law and can now seize citizens' bank accounts, leaving no recourse. The friction between government powers and individual liberties continues to intensify. It also makes a perfect case for having some wealth outside of the traditional banking system, whether that be in precious metals or cryptocurrencies. The 1988 Emergencies Act and its predecessor, the War Measures Act, were used during the First and Second World Wars to deal with threats to sovereignty, security and territorial integrity. The emergency provisions grant the government the right to deploy the military internally, compel insurance companies to cancel their insurance. Premiers of Alberta, Manitoba, Quebec and Saskatchewan have already publicly opposed the overreach. From all other accounts other than those they oppose, the protests are peaceful and the citizens are exercising their democratic right to dissent. Now they stand to have their assets confiscated in retaliation. How has Canada found itself here? Last week also saw the GoFundMe controversy reveal some of the pitfalls of centralised systems. The Canadian Trucking Convoy, which is peacefully protesting in Ottawa, raised more than $9.6 million from 119,000 donations before having the funds frozen. Whatever opinions people may hold about the principles of the protest, most would expect the crowdfunding website to reimburse all donations if they're no longer willing to host the cause. Instead, the company proposed to distribute the funds to charities that they support. The furor has led GoFundMe to backtrack, first saying that users could only apply to have their funds returned, and then finally accepting that they needed to automatically refund. Showing one man's trash as another man's treasure, GoFundMe's competitor GiveSendGo gave the truckers a politically neutral home immediately after the initial deplatforming. The truckers were able to raise $8 million on GiveSendGo before the Ontario government froze the accounts, declaring that their donations went against the criminal code. At this stage, the funds have been frozen, but the next step may well be seizure. This has led to a classic Bitcoin solves this scenario where the crowdfunding has moved into a decentralized platform and now the truckers raising donations with Bitcoin. Here, we've got a link here today in today's news if you want to check out that link. Of particular note is the way that donations are being measured in Satoshis. That's 100 millionth of a Bitcoin. Transactions can be made using the Lightning Network or on-chain and can be made truly anonymously. This is not just speculative fervour, but some real-world changes happening right now. While cryptocurrencies are attracting more and more attention as a hedge to centrally controlled banking systems, gold and silver have always been exchanged for goods and services, or for the currency of the day that people use to purchase those services. While at present, currencies such as the Aussie dollar and the US dollar are essential for daily purchases, they will ultimately go back to zero through a lack of confidence. A Western democracy threatening to freeze the bank accounts of those who dare criticise their policies is more than just a first couple of cracks in the dam. As discussed and talked about in yesterday's news, precious metals are the risk-off trade in an increasingly uncertain macroeconomic and geopolitical landscape. Precious metals, held securely, cannot be taken away by any third party. For larger holdings, a range of storage approach is often taken. Aside from storing at home, there are three major options. Check out the Melbourne Vault or Reserve Vault. These guys are independent. They hire a secure bullion box and store your bullion, documents or any non-perishable possessions. You need to be physically present to access, and there are no ongoing storage fees. We deliver your bullion to or buy back from each at no charge. Ainsley Allocated Storage. You get to choose the specific bars and we store them for you. Anytime you want to take possession, give us written instructions and you can pick them up from our Melbourne or Brisbane stores, or we can have them sent out to you. Alternatively, you can sell back and receive a bank transfer. Annual fees are $13 an ounce for gold and platinum and $17 a kilo for silver. Ainsley Unallocated Storage. You can buy in at just under the 1 ounce gold or 1 kilo silver price. And then when you want to take delivery, we provide you with the same weight of metal, but in the denominations of our choosing. For example, if you've got 10 ounces of gold, you may get an individual 10-ounce bar or 2 5-ounce bars or even 5 2-ounce bars. It is up to our discretion. Unallocated holders need to provide 2 days written notice or cash out with a bank transfer. Importantly, there are no ongoing storage fees for unallocated storage. For both Ainsley bullion storage options, there is a minimum transaction of $10,000. In terms of digital assets, including our own gold standard and silver standard, 100% bullion-backed tokens. We can provide a super safe home for them as opposed to leaving them on an exchange app or a similar hot wallet. Ainsley Cold Wallets, available in store, Brisbane or Melbourne. We provide a complimentary, completely cold wallet with no digital footprint at all and hence unhackable. You can take it with you. You can then store that in your own safe deposit box in the Melbourne Vault or Reserve Vault. Hardware wallets. We sell both Ledger Nano X and Trezor Model T hardware wallets for a friendly but secure interface to allow you to manage your crypto assets. We can also help you with these. For extra security, you can store the seed words or the private key backup in your own safe deposit box in the Melbourne Vault or Reserve Vault. Ainsley Cold Storage account. You can pay a 2.5% transaction fee. This is another crypto product that gives you a lifetime of cold storage with individual cold wallets held deep underground in the safe inside the ultra-secure Reserve Vault in Brisbane. There is a minimum $5,000 transaction size for this service. Ainsley storage account holders for both bullion and crypto have access to a portal where at any time they can see their holdings and their value, which is pretty clever. Call us today, have a chat about how you can hold or better hold your cryptocurrencies and precious metals. Reduce the risk of holding these at home, guys. Makes a big difference to keep things cold. And we can really, really help out. Guys, jump over to ainsleywealth.com.au for all things crypto. All those large cap cryptocurrencies you can buy, sell and exchange to bullion. ainsleyBullion.com.au, all our news articles, but also you can buy gold, silver and platinum. And goldsilverstandard.com. It's our own crypto built and backed by real gold and silver. Enjoy your Thursday, everyone. We'll catch you tomorrow for end of week news.